Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Music Village. And we managed to get another question during the break from Dan the Weatherman Stu, who asked that can he host a disco show in the near future? And to answer his question, most likely for the Tuesday night special, due to the fact that it's the closest one to hitting the 70s that he's gonna be able to host. And I can only imagine what sort of disco shenanigans he's gonna come up with for that. But besides Dan the Weatherman Stu trying to light up the night with disco lights, I think it's time for us to do the same with a couple of your independent games we're gonna put on high display for another edition of the Friday Night Greenlight. And the first game that we have up comes from the developers Emma Franklin and Charlie Marshall, nice name by the way, with their game, A Glider's Journey. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of Diddy Kong Racing with a little hint of the paper airplane challenges they used to have online. Well, at least this one game that I remembered on this website a long time ago, but it long gone disappeared, so this is the closest thing we'll get to it. Probably something better, and here's hoping in the near future for this Glider's Journey is that they allow you to customize the plane for a better flight pattern. And according to the Maestro, we reviewed this game on the show before, but hey, never hurts to review it more than once, and I really do hope they do have a chance for you to build a better glider plane to help you get through a couple of these levels, especially the snow one. Cause I got a feeling it's going to affect performance in some way, shape, or form. That's if they do have that in the game as well. But I got a feeling they will. But besides paper airplanes, folks, we go into the next game we have up, which comes from the developers Idle Game with their game, Fibber Kit. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of synergistics and that one episode of Rocko's Modern Life when they tried to power a light bulb with a potato. And here's hoping in the near future, since I've already seen one picture of them trying to power a light bulb with a potato, they also allow you to make the potato clock as well. You know, the one that I saw during Beakman's World. And I hope you can actually make it into one of those giant oversized clocks with the milliseconds, the seconds, the hours, the minutes, and the days by it as well. And just, you know, go crazy with it. Yeah, really hope you can do that. And according to the Maestro, I'm gonna need a lot of potatoes for that, but I'm prepared. I'm prepared for that. And besides potato clocks, folks, the next game that we have up comes from the developers Atomizer Games with their game, Heist. And this game automatically reminds me of a 1920s version of the classic game Thief. And I would have said Ocean's 11, but I got a feeling George Clooney is nowhere in sight for this game. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that you get a chance to actually create your own heist that you could put up online for other people to try out to see if they can break inside a bank that you created. Yeah, the only thing I hope for in the near future, that and probably a smoke bomb to distract guards when they try to take you on. Yeah. And according to the Maestro on that last one, they do have smoke bombs, so just hoping for the online thing I just mentioned. And the next game that we have up comes from the developers Star System Studios with their game, Ace of Spades. And an excellent name for the game, by the way, and this game automatically reminds me right off the bat of not only Asteroids, but a little hint of that screensaver game that I used to play for Windows 95 that I can't remember the name of right now. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides getting a chance to play alongside with your friends, is a chance for you to have a special weapon to go along with this game along the lines of a railgun, cause I got a feeling with how many enemies that may or may not come after you, you're gonna need it. And oh, the fact that I got a feeling that there's gonna be bosses in between rounds, also a chance for you to upgrade your ship along the way. And according to the Maestro, why yes there is multiplayer and a chance to upgrade your own ship, not too entirely sure, but I hope you can. And the next game that we have up, besides Space Battles to become the Ace of Space, comes from the developers DGMA with their game Let's Go Skiing VR. And this game automatically reminds me of the Nabisco Ski Challenge that they had only in first person mode that they had during the website candystand.com. And I was never able to pass that, and I got a feeling this is gonna be the same results. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that they allow you to actually upgrade your skis and your equipment for when you go down one of those triple diamond slopes that I have a feeling that is going to be in this game. And according to the Maestro, you can't upgrade your equipment, but you can learn how to ski better with the equipment you got. Real funny, Maestro. Real funny. Now, if I end up slipping and falling with the equipment I got and I can't get new ones, I'm blaming you. Anyway, besides equipment for skis, folks, the next game that we have up comes from the developers Stainless Games, nice developer name by the way, with their game Shock Rods. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of Roll Cage, any of the Tyco RC cars from the 90s, with a little hint of Rocket League in there as well, seeing the fact that one of the games they have in it involves you playing soccer. Nice! And oh, while I'm at it, a little hint of Twisted Metal in there as well, since you got that Gatling gun on the top of one of these cars. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides all the crazy Tyco RC cars you can get, they also allow you to customize the vehicle to have treads instead of wheels, cause you know, there might be a couple of off-terrain levels that you have to do, and alongside with it, maybe, just maybe a couple of melee weapons to go along with it, with your weapons that you already have that are gunfire-wise. And I think a wrecking ball would be appropriate for one of the weapons. Even though Maestro's trying to wonder how in the world can a car like that hold a wrecking ball that heavy, they'll figure it out. They're the scientists around here for the game. They'll figure it out. It'll work. Somehow, but it'll work. Anyway, next game that we have up, besides cars with wrecking balls on the top of them, comes from the developers MZZC with their game Life Redemption. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of, I guess Resident Evil with a little hint of Kill Bill in there. And the only reason I say Kill Bill is because I got a feeling that sword she's using is somewhat related to the Hattori Hanzo. And if not, I got a feeling this game goes along the lines of Red Steel. Yeah, a little hint of Red Steel just in case that blade is not the Hattori Hanzo. And according to the Maestro, it's not, so Red Steel it is. So here's hoping in the near future for this game that you can upgrade your sword to take out the zombies a little bit easier than you can now, because if it takes 5 slashes to kill a zombie and you're aiming for the neck to try to take their head off, it must mean the blade is dull. So, an upgrade blade please. Only thing I asked for. And the next game that we have up comes from the developers Sugoi Yellow with their game Ruins to Rumble. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of Civilization with a little hint of the Village in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that they add a catapult. The only thing I hope for in the near future for this game, because if anybody tries to invade your said island that you're trying to build upon, you can just take them out with a catapult. I mean, they have barbarians and everything else, but they don't have anything that requires range to take out your opponents, so the only thing I hope for, like I said before, is a catapult to handle that all together. But then again, it gives them the chance to have a catapult, so here's hoping also for a bowman to take out the catapult people who try to take you out if you don't have a catapult. Yeah, just to cover all my bases. And the next game that we have up that I got a feeling may involve catapults itself comes from the developers Lost Relic Games with their game Blood and Mead. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of Vikings with a little hint of Dave the Barbarian with a splash in there of Super Mario with how crazy these side-scrolling levels are. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, and I got a feeling they already have it, is a chance for you to upgrade your weapons while you make your way level to level to take out different Vikings and warriors along the way. And according with the maestro telling me to flip to page 3, they not only have upgraded axes and hammers that you can use, but you can also ride a pig during certain levels. Not bad. And the next game that we have up comes from the developers Smart Move with their game Micro Car Crash Lego. You sure it's not Let's Go, Maestro? Nope, just Lego. Oh, because it's a Lego car. I get it. And this game automatically reminds me of the Lego version of the classic Hot Wheels game of Trackmania. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that they allow you to customize your own cars while racing on these said tracks in someone's office building that most likely is going to get fired when the boss finds out they made this, and also give you a chance to customize your own levels with your friends. And according to the maestro, not too entirely sure about the level customization, but the car customization is a maybe. Nice. And the last but not least game that we have up for this week comes from the developers Tactitious Games, or Tactitious Entertainment, with their game Wisen Heroes. Or is it Wisen Heroes? You know what, we'll go with the second one. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of not only Harry Potter for some strange reason, but also a little hint of Risk with a splash of Dungeons and Dragons in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that they have a wizard class that you could use to take out your opponents with as well. And according to what the maestro told me about one person being burned alive during one of the moves during this, there might be. And oh, as a little bonus out there, folks, this game is free to play as we speak, so I may get an answer to that question before this show's over. And if you guys want to check out any other cool games besides the ones we mentioned that are coming through the Steam machine via cargo plane, cargo ship, or subterranean train that is currently rumbling underneath your toes, you can head on over to the store.steampower page, only known as store.steampower.com, and click ever so lightly on that indie button and go right on over to that upcoming page and click it even lighter to check out a couple of cool indie games that we currently have spinning on display on a Lazy Susan to show you how important these games really are. Which they're very important because these Lazy Susans cost us at least $50 each. Just saying. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well go ahead and head back into this music, and when we return, we'll be back with yet another new DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.